Hi and welcome to Thete Gaming and another battle report back to Age of Sigmar on this one. The final second edition Age of Sigmar game. And I'll just sort of, in terms of the rest of the schedule now. So next week's would be a 40k game. That is going to be between the Adeptus Sororitas with the new codex and Harlequins with the not new codex. And after that, it would normally go back to Age of Sigmar. However, although the core rules are out, the match play rules are not, and that game would actually drop on the day those match play rules come out. So rather than try and do some hideous hybrid, that will be another 40k game as well, and then we'll have the first third edition Age of Sigmar game the week after that. But anyway, on to this battle report, and it is Daughters of Khaine against the Disciples of Tzeentch. And we ended up with the shifting objectives battle plan, where there are 3 objectives spread across the boundary between the 2 territories. One is a primary objective with 2 victory points at the end of your turn, which is randomly determined at the beginning of each battle round. Each of the other objectives are worth 1 victory point. However, if you have a battle line unit within 6 inches of the centre of any objectives, you can get an extra victory point there as well. And the realm we randomly selected, we don't choose this, we just randomly select it, was Ghiran, Realm of Life, where we almost completely forgot all about it. Not having played Age of Sigmar for quite a long time and different layers of rules like Realms of Battle just go out of your mind. I personally use like cheat sheets to remind myself of things to do in each phase, but of course because you don't know which Realm of Battle it's going to be before the game, I don't put those things on. I remembered to cast the spell once and then completely forgot to apply it. The armies are in the description below, but we'll just get straight into the game. Right, so in terms of Daughters of Khaine deployment, everything's bunched up very much. The Bloodwrack Shrine is the general, so anyone within range can make their ignores on a 5-up, not just a 6-up, because Hagg Narr. So we've got the Bloodwrack Shrine there, 2 units of 30 Witch Elves flanking them, Hagg Queen on Cauldron of Blood, Stalkers in front there, the Shadow Queen on that flank, Morathi Khaine hiding in the back. I say hiding, I mean supervising. The Doomfire Warlocks over there having a look at this objective, because we've got the shifting objectives. 2 of them are going to be worth 1 victory point. 1 of them is going to be worth 2, but we don't know which one until we're about to start. And over here we've got lots of things that are, let's be honest, just plain to Scion, so we don't know what they are, but they're Tzeentch things. Some of them are scarier Tzeentch things than other things. 2 Mutilith Vortex Beasts, a Lord of Change.
Lady of Change, thank you.
Okay, Lady of Change. I didn't want to assume their gender. Something hiding in the back that was at the front originally. But he decided to hide at the back as if he could hide from Marathi. Blue Scribes on Disc of Tzeentch, I think that is.
Yeah.
And something else there that I also want to kill. Right, so you get to decide who goes first.
Oh man. I wonder who will go first, Phil.
Yeah.
I think you will go first.
I was thinking that myself. But you know, we have to ask these things because Games Workshop insist there's an advantage in going first, to the point where they have to incentivise going second with an extra command point soon. Right then, so we will be back then in my command phase. Right, okay, start the hero phase, not the command phase apparently. I get 1 command point. We did roll for the objectives as well. The one nearest the camera view there is going to be worth the 2 victory points for this battle round. I am going to attempt initially to do something. Well, I'm going to do Witch Brew first of all, and I'm going to try and cast it on this unit of Witch Elves here. Now, because I'm Hagg Narr, I'll need this on a 4-up to begin with. I do, so they get the benefits of Witch Brew, which I'm temporarily forgetting now. But it's re-rolling wounds and not taking battle shocks. Re-rolling wounds with melee weapons, but that's fine for them. I'm also going to cast my Wrath of Khaine. I need to animate my Avatar of Khaine, so I need a 3-up for this. Oh, I'll take a mortal wound instead. Do I shrug it? 5 up to shrug it. No. cracking. So she's taken a mortal wound right off the bat. Disappointing. And I don't have an animated avatar of Khaine, which is extra disappointing. Well, in that case, she's going to try and cast Crimson Rejuvenation to heal her wound.
Wait, can she still cast after she takes mortal wounds? From
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, that's...
Does she shrug it?
Should we not use this die? Should we use a different one? She doesn't shrug it, she's taking another wound.
Maybe Khaine doesn't look favourably on Pond.
Right, okay, right. We need to think about this now. Right, okay. We're not doing any more. We can't do any more prayers anyway. But if we could, we would still choose not to at this point. So, just into spells then. So Morathi Khaine has got her beady eyes on the Changeling. Curseling. The thing that I don't like. Black Horror of Ulgu. It's cast on a 7, but she gets +1 to cast. That's a 6. This is not going well. She's going to attempt to cast Mindrazor onto the Witch Elves that have the Witch Brew. This is an 8, but again +1 to cast. That one goes off on an 11, so they also have Mindrazor on them.
I get a point.
Alright, yeah. And she may as well try and cast the Realm of Battle spell, Shield of Thorns. Casting value of 5. Pick a friendly unit with an agent until your next hero face any enemy that charges them. So we'll cast it on the same unit of Witch Elves, we're just buffing them up. If they get charged, whoever charges them takes mortal wounds. Cast on a 5, so a 4 for Marathi. That is cast on 11.
12.
12 for her, yes. Then the Bloodwrack Shrine. Can't cast anything useful, so we'll just cast Mystic Shield on herself. We get that on a 7.
Actually, I might just check for this one, just to see if I'm within 30 of them. No. Nope.
Okay, so Mystic Shield on the Bloodwrack Shrine. The Doomfire Warlocks are not in range of anything there. So that was a grossly disappointing hero phase. I don't think there's anything else I can usefully do, so I'm not going to attempt to. Disappointed. Okay, so we'll be back in the movement phase then, or after the movement phase. So after the movement, both units of Witch Elves ran. They ran 9, so one of them's over a rocky face, so not quite as far. The Bloodwrack Shrine also ran, but just to make sure it could tuck up behind. Morathi Khaine also ran. The Cauldron of Blood didn't run, only because it didn't need to. Blood Stalkers made a normal and movement up because they want to do some shooting. Shadow Queen made a normal movement up just to get in range of some shooting. And the Doomfire Warlocks also moved up so that at least 3 of them can get in some range of shooting, and it can capture the all-important 2 victory point objective. So I will have, at the end of this one, 3 victory points for the objectives because I don't have anything in range over that one. Okay, well, so we'll go into the shooting phase. It should be relatively straightforward. I'm just going to start from my right, going across. We'll do the Doomfire Warlocks with their bow. So there's only 3 of them in range of the Acolytes because 12-inch range. Hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s, but there'll be no rend at all. Oh, that's poor. Wounding on 3s. Oh dear. So only 1 wound, no rend.
5 up? No.
Okay.
Damage?
Just 1 damage.
Right, so on a 6 up, he will shrug it. No.
Okay.
So 1 is
So
dead.
we've killed 1. Now, the Blood Stalkers are going to do the same. They're going to do the same onto the Kyric Acolytes in the centre. Now, in their particular case, they get 2 attacks each. I'm just going to have to double check now because the champion, I think they just get the extra worm attack. I'm just going to double check on that. I'll check this before. Blood Stalkers. Yeah, so their Heart Seekers will all be the same as each other. So there's 10 attacks for that. And it's hitting on 3s, but a 6 will end the sequence and just do a mortal wound. And wounding on 3s as well with -1 rend. So we want 6s. So that's 2 mortal wounds.
Yep.
That is also 2 misses. And then 3s to wound. So that's a further 4 wounds at -1 rend.
6 ops first. Nope. And then 6s for all the wounds altogether for ignoring. 1 saved, so that's 5 dead.
Okay, that's not bad. Now, I mean, Marathi has a choice. You could either shoot at the Mutilate Vortex Beast. My worry is doing so few wounds that it just heals them back up. Or she could try and finish off that unit, which is what she will try and do. She only gets 1 attack, and she's probably going to miss it now. But it does only need a 2 to hit. Oh, it gets a 2 to hit. It needs a 2 to wound. It's -3 rend.
No
so
save.
D6 damage. 1 damage.
I don't ignore it.
Oh, I thought you were going to after that, just to rub it in. That is my shooting phase. Charging phase next, if there is one. So we'll try and charge the Carrick Acolytes. No, I mean that was just a bit of a pot shot there. So that's that. Obviously there won't be any combat. I don't. Oh, I mean they could. No, they're not going to try and charge those. That's just silly. Even though I could. No, why am I doing that? That's just nonsense. They'll get mugged either way. So, end of the turn then, I get 2 victory points for that one. I will actually get 2 victory points for that because you get an extra victory point. Let me just double check this. If there's Battleline. So, for a player controls an objective while there is a friendly Battleline unit within 6 inches of it, they score an additional victory point. So that would be 4 victory points in total there. And then we'll be moving on to the next turn in a moment.
Battle shot.
Oh, yeah.
So they lost 7. No, they lost
No.
6, and I have.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
They lost 6. They have a bravery of 5. So these could actually also lose some. I have a command point. These guys will just automatically pass. I want them to still be wizards. And these guys will lose all of them. Yeah. Yeah, that's all of them gone.
Okay. Okay, so into your hero phase, you get a command point back.
Yes.
So you'll be back on 1 command point.
And then starting with the blue scribes, you attempt to cast spells. On a 2-op, they will cast a Boon of Tzeentch on 1 dice. Yes, so Boon of Tzeentch goes off. All Tzeentch wizards within 18, well, wholly within 18, can reroll casting rolls. And you cannot unbind this.
Oh, right. I think I'll be out of range anyway. No, but okay, if I got them. So, okay, alright, Tzeentch is trickery.
Yes,
And you get an extra discipline point, do you? Or what are they called for Tzeentch?
Fate points.
Fate points.
So that's cast. Then the Curseling. Well, I was gonna attempt to learn someone's spell, but I don't think I can really. Unless it's the Doomfire one. But I think I might as well, just to get more spells going. So Curseling on a 3-op, rerolling. So that's a 7. Do you want to...
Yes, I do want to unbind that. I'm just thinking who to unbind it with. Because they get +1 to unbind. So they're going to defend themselves. So you've got a 7.
Yep.
So I would need a 7 because I get +1 to unbind. I get a 6. That's no good.
I now know their spell.
Curses. There's no use for them anymore. They are dead to me.
And, seeing as though that, I need to remember this, because this entire army steal spell. So is it Doomfire?
Doomfire, yeah. But basically, from your point of view, it won't be as useful to you as it was to me. But I'm presuming I haven't got it anymore now. So.
Well, I also need to roll for the blue scribes because this is all so much shenanigans. But the Curseling got the green magic off, which means that the blue scribes on a 4. Oh, is it on a 4 up? Yeah, on a 4 up know that spell, and they do. So
right. Well, either way, they're all units of 1. So from your point of view, it's cast on a 6, and it does. It's 12-inch range, and it does D3 mortal wounds.
Yeah, I cannot cast that. Well, can't really get anything of value of it. So that is another 1 cast for 5, and he will attempt to cast. I mean, I could always just cast the Burning Head. Just need to remember it, but because I have never played it. Where did I put it? Yes, here it is. Burning Head on a 7. Goes off on an 8.
May as well try and unbind that. So, am I in range with Marathi? She has the best chance to unbind. Who's casting it?
This Curseling.
Oh yeah, we'll try and unbind that. So I need an 8 because I get +1 to unbind with them. It's unbound.
Yeah. That's that. Alright, next, moving on.
You a fate point at least.
No, I need to successfully cast it.
Yeah. Oh, you get a fate point anyway?
No, I need to...
Oh, that's what I mean. I've at least stopped you getting a fate point.
Apologies. I have misunderstood that. Alright, well, let us go with something that will happen no matter what. I just seem to have misplaced the Mutilate Vortex Beast. But this Mutilate Vortex Beast will target the Shadow Queen with its Aura of Mutability. So I need to roll a dice and see what happens to her. That's a 1. Subtract 1 from Bravery of it.
Okay, I suspect I don't care.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
And then this one will do the same to these guys.
They may care more.
So that's a 5. They suffer D6 mortal wounds.
They do care about that. Go on then.
D6 for 2.
Try and shrug them on 6s. We don't shrug any, so that is 1.
Yay. So that's that. Then the Lady of Change will attempt to cast... Let's go with Infernal Gateway, seeing as I will still be limited to only 3 mortal wounds onto that Morathi. So, casting on a 7, re-rolling, and that's an 8. So, but I will re-roll this because let's fish. No, that's a 6, so I don't get it off.
Alright.
I have just wasted that, but oh well. And then I will cast Tzeentch's Firestorm on a 9, I believe.
Well, if you roll the dice, because if you get a 12, then you definitely cast it.
Yeah. That's a 8, so I will still need to re-roll it. That's a 10.
Right, well, we will try and unbind that with Marathi again. I get it on a 12.
Ooh.
We're not having that.
Right,
I don't know what it does, but we're not having it.
Well, it would be fun. Oh well. Then we can just go with the Flux Master, who's is 18.
Does he go back to 1955?
No. Right. He will attempt to cast. Is it called Bolt of Tzeentch on a 7?
Does this summon something in? What is that?
It does. It's an 8. And they suffer D6 mortal wounds, and
right.
if any die, I get a spawn.
We're dispelling that with Marathi.
Wait, can't she only dispel 2?
Yeah, but she only unbound 1 so far. You failed with the others. But she fails anyway.
So D6 mortal wounds for 1.
Try and shrug it. We do not shrug it.
Alright, well that
failed.
failed.
Has taken a wound.
I think I could have done it for the Masters of Destiny. I'm just gonna check. because it might have been my wrong. Oh well, Masters of Destiny. Casting on Bounding. Yeah, I couldn't have done that, so that's fine. Alright, that's done. And then in my hero phase, I can make one of these two squads shoot. Oh wait, no, they can still cast spells. I forget that Kyric Acolytes actually have spells. So, Kyric Acolytes will attempt to cast Guest Rule Sorcery on a 6, but on a 5 for them. Well, that doesn't go off, but I can reroll because of the Blue Scribes. That goes off on a 10.
And what does that do?
They gain a... well, their shooting weapons gain a ramp characteristic.
What could their spell do? What choice of spells would they have?
They only have that.
Alright, so let me just see, am I in range to, I'm probably not even in range to unbind it. The only unbind I've got left now is from my Bloodwrack Shrine. Oh, I can. Right, well we may as well try. Was it a 10?
Yep.
So I need an 11, I get no pluses to this. We get a 2, great. Okay.
And I'm on 6 now. And then these guys, they also get it off. So
right.
That's a 7.
Okay.
And I will mark that. And I believe that's all now. Yes.
How many
But
fate points you get out of that? 7?
yep, I'm on 7 now. And
oh.
because I'm the Pyrofane cult, I can choose one of them to shoot now.
Right.
In my hero phase. So these guys will attempt to shoot at the Shadow Queen.
Right.
So that's going to be 18 inches.
Yeah.
Which all are. And each one has 1 attack. Need more dice. I am hitting on 3s because of my Pyrofane Cold. So that's 8 hits. Wounding on 3s. That's 4 minus 1 damage.
Okay, so it'll be 5 ups to begin with. She saves all of those, and then because it's directly onto her, she does get a 6 up shrug, which she fails. So she takes a wound, which she cannot heal.
And I believe that's all now. That's my hero phase done now.
Right. Okay, so we'll be back at the end of the movement phase then. Okay, so after the movement phase, Tzeentch's cowards have moved everything away from anything that hurts, which is basically everything here. The acolytes there moved towards the Doomfire Warlocks, so did the Enlightened on Discs of Tzeentch. The cowards there just ran as far as they could, and the Mutilix Vortex Beasts also, well, actually everything ran away. The only things that didn't were those things over there. They did used a Destiny die to make a large enough run to be within range of that objective, and they're Battleline as well, aren't they? So they would get the extra victory point there. So at the moment it looks like you would also be on for 4 victory points at the end of this. Can't really see any way of getting out of that. Okay, so shooting phase then.
Yes. So, first of all, the Kyric Acolytes here will shoot into those
The Stalkers.
Stalkers. I never remember their
No.
name. So they have 9 attacks, number of Tzeentch, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. That's 6 wounds at -1.
Okay, well with the range of the blood shield they'd have a 4 up save, so that'd be 5 up. 6 of them, do you say?
Yes.
So 5s to save. They only save 1, that is poor. 1 damage each.
Yes.
So 5 up to ignore. Oh, they ignore all but 1.
Wow.
So 1 of them takes a wound. It may as well be that one there.
Alright, then the Lady of Change will shoot at them. Nice catch. These 2d6, well, she's going after them, I think I said. So that's 7 attacks. 7. Hitting on 3s, but looking for 6s here. So that's 1 6, which is D3 mortal wounds. And then 3 stuns. So that's 2 minus 1 damage.
So 5 ups first.
2.
None.
2 of them.
Oh, 2?
Yeah, 2 of them.
Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. Thought you saved those. So D3 mortal wounds.
Yeah, 2.
So 5s to ignore those. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
And then the Flux Master. So he will shoot 3 shots into the Doomfire Warlocks. 4s and 4s. And 4s. No, nada.
Oh.
That's the shooting.
Right, okay, so are there going to be any charges? There are going to be charges,
yes.
Let's be honest.
Yes, there are. Alright.
So what we're going to charge?
Charging first. Sangor United.
Yeah.
I'm just going to spare. No, I'm not. I can't re-roll this for a command point. Why would I?
Yeah.
Alright. They are going to charge 10. That's good. Alright. Kyric Acolytes will try to join in. They do.
So in terms of charges, they're quite high rolls. The Enlightened charged in, but just tried to stay on that flank. They're trying to stay as far away as they can from the Witch Elves for a counter charge in. I say in the next turn. We all know Star's going to get the next turn because, you know, double turn. We're going to demonstrate that today. The Kyric Acolytes moved around, trying to offer a little bit of a shield as well, although I'm not sure that would work, but it may do. And these Doomfire Warlocks are going to get mugged.
Well, let's start with the most important things, which is the Tzeentch Spears. All of them are within range, so that's 3 attacks each. With the leader having +1, if I remember. Yeah. So that's this many attacks. Alright. Tzeentch Spears hitting on 4s. Okay, that's quite bad. Yep. And wounding on 3s. So that's 4 minus 1, 2 damage.
So 6s. We saved 1, so then that becomes 3 damage. Another 3 damage rather. So 6s to ignore. 4, so that's 2 whole ones dead. I'll just we'll just say that they've taken 5 wounds so far. Yep. We'll carry on because they've only got 2 wounds left.
3 wounds.
Yeah.
And then I'll go with the discs. So discs D3 attacks each. So that's 2 and 1. Hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s. 4s and 3s. That's 3 minus 1 D3 damage.
So 6s. No.
That's 6, 7 wounds.
Okay. They are wiped.
Yay.
Right, so we'll just remove those and then it'll be into the final phase. Right, so there isn't any battle shock to be taken because the only ones that lost any models are no longer here. You would gain the 2 victory points there. You would gain another 2 victory points over there, so that would also put you on 4 victory points. And now we have the all-important roll-off. What have you got?
4.
So I've got to get a 4+. Right, that's how that goes. So here we will demonstrate the double turn and why Games Workshop.
Actually, before that, we need to see which priority objective is.
Yeah, we do.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah. Still the same one. Okay.
Alright.
Right, so we will in a moment be going into your hero phase then, and this will be devastating, I think. Right, so into the hero phase then, so you gain another command point,
yes.
So you're on
2.
2.
Alright. Well, first of all, the blue scribes will attempt to do on a 2-up the rerolling cast rolls. No, so that doesn't go off. Unfortunate. Then I'm just wondering if in that case I want to use that. Yes, I will use a command ability of the Lord of Change to give every demon caster within 18 +1 to cast and unbind, because yay. So let's start with the Tzeentch caster, who knows Doombolt. Yeah, no, Bolt of Tzeentch. It's Doombolt in 40k, so Bolt of Tzeentch into the Snake Ladies, which goes off on a 10.
Which does?
D6 mortal wounds, and I can summon a spawn if I kill anything.
You've got a lot of spells coming my way, and now I've got one less to unbind. I'm not likely to unbind it, so I'm gonna have to let that one go.
Alright.
I'll just be wasting an unbind otherwise.
D6 mortal, 2.
Right, so we can ignore these on 5s.
Yay.
You do kill one.
And
Oh, actually, we'll put the one on her side.
yeah. And the chaos spawn appears. Alright, that's him done nicely, and I gain one of these up to 8. Well, we might do the small stuff now. These guys will attempt to do gastral sorcery. I don't know. They are eating flames or something. 6, I believe that goes off for them. I believe it's only a 5 for Khineria Acolytes, gastral sorcery. No, it's a 6, but they do have a scroll of dark arts. So their attacks are rendered -1 for shooting.
We'll wear that again.
So up to 9.
I suspect there's worse things coming.
Yes. And then this unit will do the same. Goes off.
Okay.
That's 10. Right, and then we can proceed with other shenanigans. So, Curseling will attempt to manifest Burning Head on a 7. Goes off on a 7.
Right, so we will try and unbind that with Marathi. She unbinds it.
Yep. And then he will...
She's got one unbinding left, and she has one unbinding left.
And then he will attempt to cast, I forget its name, but I effectively gain one more destiny dice. It's Glimpse the Future on a 7. Nope, doesn't go off. Alright, that's him done, and that leaves Lady of Change. So let's start with Firestorm of Tzeentch, needing a 9, well an 8 for her, because of the +1 to cast. That's a 11, because that becomes a 10.
And this does...
I roll 9 dice for that unit over there, and each 6 does D3 mortal wounds.
How many spells have you got left?
1.
Okay, well Marathi may as well try and unbind it then. She does not.
Alright, so I need that.
I need another 7 basically.
3. That's nothing.
Good.
Oh no, that's 1.
Alright.
So D3 mortal wounds. 1.
Try and ignore it on a 5. We ignore it.
Yay.
Okay. So she's used her unbindings.
Yes. And that's me on 11. I really need that one, so yeah.
Yeah, we're okay to
Alright,
unbind. Last spell.
and then she will attempt to cast... What is it called? Oh no, she did that. She's going to attempt to cast her own spell, which I always forget the name of. Is Infernal Gateway, I believe. Yeah. Infernal Gateway on a 7. That's an 8, which becomes a 9.
Right, try and unbind that. With a 10. Do not get a 10.
Right, now I need to roll 9 dice, again. And on each 3 up, they take a mortal wound.
Lovely.
So that's only 4. Shame. Very bad. Yep, 4 mortal wounds.
It's average. Well, it's not actually average.
It's a flipped
It's
average.
average for you. Right, that's clobbers 2 more. So,
And that brings me up to 12, which is what I wanted. Alright. That's good. I just need to remember that they both have Gastral Sorcery on them. And I believe that's hero phases. These guys are outside of their usual shenanigans range.
So it'll be movement phase next.
Yes.
Right, so after the movement, the Sangor have got their beady eyes and doing some damage over there. It will need to be quite a lot of damage, otherwise they're going to get clumped. I think they are anyway, but it's what damage they can do first. Khineria Heartrenders have spread out. They've made sure that they've got someone within 6 of that objective to make sure they get the extra victory point. This unit has moved over there as well. They forgot to shoot in the hero phase, so they're going to do that twice in the shooting phase. The cowards ran behind their own chaff. And I think that was all the movement that there was.
Yes, all that's left is me putting down this little Exalted Flamer of Tzeentch.
Summoning that, is after 12 fate points.
Yeah, that is it. And
so more than 9 inches, presumably within 12 inches of whatever's summoning it. Yeah.
Shooting place.
Right, okay, shooting then. What we're going to go with first?
These Khineria Heartrenders,
okay.
Because I need to shoot them twice, I have forgotten completely about them shooting in hero phase.
She's not quite. That was careless of me, actually. If I'd remembered the blood shield was a longer range, I would have done.
Yep.
So she's not quite in blood shield range.
So there is. Is it still a 10-man squad there? Oh yes.
I haven't killed anything. I haven't targeted them yet.
That's weird. So they have 20 shots into the.
Okay.
Well.
Shadow Queen.
Yeah, the big snake lady. So this is 18. I'll roll 2 additional, hitting on 3s. So I'll just re-roll these 2 ones. Yeah, and then that's that, and then wounding on 3s. That's 7 minus 1 damage.
So the -1 would make it 5s initially. So that's saved, and then 6s to ignore these. You may well do the 3 wounds here. Yeah, so she's taken 3 wounds there. She's on 4 wounds taken. She's now bracketed.
Khineria Heartrenders are going to go into the Witch Elves.
Okay.
There is 9 of them. So 9 shots, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. So that is 2 minus 1 damage.
So let me just double check this. So Witch Elves, you haven't got the book list, so that'll be 6s. How many? So 2.
2.
So 6s to save, saved 1, and then 5s to ignore. How many damage?
1.
1. Ignores.
I forgot that she was outside of range for that. I would have placed her closer, but oh well. Exalted Flamer will go into that big nasty thing.
Which big nasty thing? This one?
Yeah.
The Cauldron of Blood? It's not that nasty.
The big nasty thing.
It's not that nasty. It's about to become a lot less nasty.
Right. 6 attack, hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s. Actually no, I'm not gonna shoot her. I'm going to shoot these guys.
Okay.
Because I get +2 to hit, because there's at least 20 of them.
Right.
So I'm hitting on 2s, which hits 5 times, and wounding on 3s. Alright. So that's 2 minus 1 d3 damage.
So 6s. No, so d3.
So that's 6.
Oh my goodness. Right, fine. 5s to ignore. We only ignore 1, so that is 5 dead. I'll just put this here for now. We'll remove them at the end of the phase.
I don't think I can shoot anything else.
Okay, so after the single charge, the Enlightened are in combat with everything, even their own spawn. So into the Blood Stalkers, the Witch Elves, and the Cauldron of Blood. I strongly suspect not in range of Morathi Khaine, but we can always worry about that later.
Yeah, I just allocated everything for Tzeentch Spears.
Right, okay.
these spears are going into
Witch Elves?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I would like to at least whittle them down a little bit.
I think you'll whittle them down quite a lot.
Sitting on 3s, winning on 4s. No, 4s and 3s. Other way around. Alright. Alright. That's 7 minus 1, 2 damage.
Alright, this is going to hurt. So this is where we need to get good with the saves. So let me have a think now. I mean, nothing to do about it. 6s. Okay, we only save 1. So that's going to be 12 damage. 5s and 6s to ignore. Okay, so 4 6s there and just 1 5. So that's 7 of them killed so far. So I'll just make a note and we can remove them later.
Alright, 3 of the spears, well, 3 attacks from the spears into the Blood Stalkers. They're so weird in names. 4s and 3s. So that's 3 minus 1, 2 damage.
So these actually get 5 up save still. Now 2 damage.
Yep.
Yes, again. Okay, so 5s to ignore. Oh, they're dead.
Right. And
I'll remove those in a moment.
then one of the spears have to go into
the Cauldron.
Yeah. 4s, 3s, 1 minus 1, 2 damage.
So same thing, 5 2 damage, so 5s to ignore. We ignore 1, so we take another damage. If I can find 3, it should be easy on a d6, there we go.
Right, then might as well go with Vicious Beaks.
Yep.
So 2 of them have to go into the Cauldron. 4s and 5s. 1 minus nothing, 1 damage.
4s. No. Ignore. No.
Ooh.
They are Vicious Beaks.
And 2 into the Elves. 1 hit and 1 wound. Minus nothing, 1 damage.
5s. No. 5s. No. So that's another 1 dead. So that's 8 Witch Elves down now.
Right, and then 2 discs. Well, 2 discs into either. So 2 discs into the Witch Elves for 5 attacks. 4s and 3s. 4s and 3s. So that's 1 minus 1 d3 damage.
So 6. No. I'll stop using that die.
1.
1. 5 up to ignore. No, let's do another 1 dead. So it's 9 dead now.
And then into the Cauldron.
Yeah.
4. 4s. Come on, why am I rolling like this? 4s and 3s. So 2 minus 1 d3 damage.
So 5s. No, d3.
2.
Not gone well, never mind. 5s to ignore. Ignore 1. So take another wound. Still not good. Alright, I'm going to have to move off a d6 in a moment. Right, have they finished?
Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to remove the casualties, then we'll be back for my clumpings back. Right, okay, so we'll go into mine now. This is going to be 12 Witch Elves on the Tzeentch Enlightened. That would be 37 attacks. I am going to be re-rolling 1s to hit. It'd be hitting on 3s. It'd be wounding on 3s because within range of them, and re-rolling failed wounds. And I didn't charge, so there's not going to be any rend 1 damage 2 or anything. But it is 37, so I'm going to do this in batches of 12 and a 13 actually. So the first batch of 12, so hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. 6s don't do anything. So in the first batch, and then this will be wounding on 3s but re-rolling those wounds. Okay, so the first batch, that'll be 11, but no rend.
11.
Yeah.
5 ops. Alright, that's 4. That's 6.
Okay, lovely.
6 so
That's
far.
1.5 gone so far.
Yep.
Next batch. We roll the 1. They all hit. Wounds. Reroll the failed wounds. Oh, we failed a couple of wounds, so that's 10. Again, no rend.
5 ops. So that's 3. That's 7. Yep, 7 more.
So that's 13 so far, so that's what? 3 and a bit.
Yep.
And then the last batch this time of 13. Reroll wounds. No misses that time. And then 3's rerolling. No need to reroll, so that's 8 more.
That's 2, so that's 6 more. Yep, 6
So that's
more.
19, so they're not quite gone, but I suspect I made a mistake in going with the Witch Elves first. But
19, so that's 1.5 left.
yeah, so I'm going to guess you're not going to let my Cauldron go.
Nope.
I made a mistake there. Mistakes were made.
Yep.
Let's have a little look here. I unfortunately don't get a combat ability that lets me go again. Otherwise that is exactly what I would be doing. I've buggered that up. Well, maybe you'll run away. That'll be the end of the combat phase then. Messed that up. Right, so battle shot. I don't take it because of Witch Brew.
I'm fine.
You're automatically using a destiny die to pass it on yours.
I don't gain more.
Okay. So, at the end of that phase, as we'd already worked out, you would get 4 victory points because you've still got the, not sure if we said at the beginning, but it stayed the same, the main one, and you've got, oh actually you get 5 because they're battle line as well, so you actually get 5 victory points for this. Right, so start of my hero phase, I will gain another command point. So my Cauldron of Blood is going to pass its prayers this time. It's going to try and heal D3 wounds, needs a 3. We get a 3, heal D3 we'd like. Alright, well 1's better than none. So it's on 4 wounds now, unfortunately still bracketed. It's now going to try and do, I think Rune of Khaine it's called. No, Touch of Death. On the Soundgore Enlightened, which I realised I was still within 3 inches or so, I still could have piled in, but never mind. 3. We get a 3, so this is a silly one. It should just be on a 4 up, but it's not. I put the die in my hand, and I do the switchy.
Wow.
And then you pick. If you pick the one holding the die, the thing will take mortal wounds.
This one.
Curses. So you take no mortal wounds. Okay, so that's that done. Morathi Khaine still doesn't like the Curseling. So she is going to attempt to cast Black Horror of Ulgu on it. Because why not? She's single-minded like that, you see. So she needs a 7, but she actually needs a 6. She gets a 10, which is an 11.
I will attempt to unbind with him because I can re-roll this and I get +1. That's a 12. I unbind it. And I can immediately try to cast that with no unbinding allowed. So what's the casting value?
7.
Actually, no. I'm going to cast with a 7 since you cannot unbind me. And then, what does it do?
Go on, roll a die. Well, then we'll see.
Yeah, but how many mortal wounds can I do with this? It's
A maximum of 6, but it depends what you roll.
There's
multiple rolls.
6.
Roll it again. However many it is, that's how many mortal wounds you do.
6. So Witch Elves suffer 6.
Right. Okay. Yes, you kill 6 more. I shall remove those in a moment.
But I also need to roll on 5 ops. I gain these ones back. I gain one of them back.
I don't like this change thing.
And it's a 2.
I actually hate this change. I remember there's a reason I hated this change thing.
He can do that once more.
I hate it. He needs to die. I might actually throw the game just to kill him.
Oh, come on. At least I can't bring the Enlightened back. I remember that.
Right, okay. Let's just start making some holes in this. So she is going to now cast the Bloodwrack Viper, which requires a 7 but is actually a 6. That's cast on a 10 effectively.
He will try to dispel it.
Well, he's allowed to dispel it as well.
Yep. And that's a 11.
I don't like him.
So I can now attempt to cast this.
Well, good luck with it. You'll only kill your own army, but go on.
That's a 7.
Right. So you can place it wholly within 9 inches of you.
Okay.
And then I will use it to kill you in the next turn.
How much? What?
Wholly within 9.
What does it do?
So what's going to happen is, oh no, you can't cast it. Only Daughters of Cain.
Oh, never mind then.
Cast it. That's actually
You
probably
can have
good
them.
for you because I don't think it would have done you any good to place it near your lines.
Well, at least he can't do anything now.
Right. Right. Where's okay? I also remembered they should have taken D3 mortal wounds when they charged me. I forgot.
Oh god, yes.
Anyway, right. So what am I going to cast for my last one? I'm going to have to cast Mindrazor. We'll cast Mindrazor. Or there's not many Witch Elves left. That's the problem.
We still need to remove some of them, don't
Yes,
we?
yeah. That's, I need to remove 6 of them. That's
Yeah.
what I mean. There's not many left. It's not worth casting Mindrazor. Is it better to cast Quicksilver Swords?
Actually, I need to check something because I have cast that spell of yours, haven't I?
Yeah.
So now I just need to remember how.
Getting a fate point.
No, but they need to be within 18. On a 4-op, they know that spell. No. So unfortunately, I do not know your why
Right, okay.
spell.
So I'm just going to cast Quicksilver
Curses.
Swords with... actually, I'm not going to cast Quicksilver... No, with Marathi, we'll still cast Mindrazor because it's still better than nothing. We'll cast it on the Witch Elves. Why not? I mean, there's not many left, but to hell with it. We get that on an 8.
Lady of Change will try to deny. Gets it with a 10.
Fine. Right. Bloodwrack Shrine is going to try and cast Quicksilver Swords, which is 6. Does not get it. Okay, this is a disaster. Witch Brew, which I now need a 3-up on the Witch Elves.
Didn't you roll it already?
No. So they've got Witch Brew on them. I did my prayers. I didn't do Witch Brew. So they are at least Witch Brewed. And let me see if there's anything else I can do in this second disaster of a hero phase. I think... Oh, hold on. I could use a command point to fight and get rid of those things. I might as well do that. So, we'll be down to 1 command point. My Witch Elves are going to have a sneaky round of combat.
Just remember to remove the 6.
Yeah. Right, so for the Witch Elves, a sneaky extra round of attacks. I've got 22 attacks, so 2 batches of 11. It'd be very much like last. They've not got. It doesn't matter. It wouldn't have mattered about Mindrazor anyway. They do have Mindrazor. They haven't got Mindrazor. Sorry, that failed. I can't remember whether it failed or not, but I'm pretty sure it did. Always unbound. But they have got Witch Brew, so it's still the same as before. 3s to hit, 3s to wound, re-rolling 1s to hit, re-rolling all wounds. Re-roll 1s to hit. Okay. 3s to wound, re-rolling. Okay, so that is 10 wounds, no rend.
Nice. I'm dead.
Okay, good. Right, so after the movement phase, that Chaos Spawn is causing me no end of problems now. I really should have targeted that in the shooting in the magic phase. Many mistakes made. So what we've done anyway, the Cauldron of Blood couldn't really do anything. It's still in combat range of that. Now the Witch Elves. Those Witch Elves ran off the hill now. Marathi moved over there, threatening the Vortex Beast. And the Heartrenders swooped down. They're just going to see what they can do against that. My hopes are not high. But that, Morathi Khaine went over there as well. But other than that, that was the movement. Right, so in the shooting phase, we're first of all going to do the easy shooting attacks. The Heartrenders are going to fire into the Kyric Acolytes over there. I've just descended. Actually, I'll just better check, because I think the... yeah, so that'll actually be 6 attacks because the champion gets an extra attack on all their weapons. So, and I've just descended, which means... no, I'm looking at the wrong one. I improved the rend of the barbed javelins by 1 on the same turn. Other than that, it's 3s and 3s. Rerolling 1s. Rerolling 1s. Okay. And 3s. So that's 3 at -2 rend.
No save.
So just 1 damage each.
6s because they have shields. 1 saved, so 2 are dead.
Okay. I could choose to try and run away, but I'm not going to. So I'll leave that there. We'll do the next straightforward one, which is the Torrent of Burning Blood into the Chaos Spawn. So this is 3s and 3s. Reroll in. Oh, that's not close combat, so they have just missed. And just saying, I'm making sure I'm getting this right.
So
Yeah,
they shouldn't have rerolled 1s either, shouldn't they?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Ah, never mind.
Forgetting about that. Right, but that is 3 wounds at -1 rend on the spawn, just 1 damage each.
And now I need to find what the spawn does. Oh, Chaos Spawn. 5 up save, so minus...
-1.
6s, 1 or 2?
Just 1 damage.
No.
Oh, sorry, there were 3 wounds.
So 3 failed. 1 damage each, did you say?
Yeah.
Alright, so he suffered 3.
Down
Down to
got
2.
Left. Got 2 left. Okay. Right, Marathi is. See, this is what I was querying over. I'm actually out of range of those now anyway. So it's either the Mutilex Vortex Beast, but I think I might, if I can get into combat, mug it anyway, and if I can't get into combat, it'll just heal its wounds up. So I'm going to go for the Changeling. Every time I've gone for that Changeling, it's worked out, whatever he is, it's gone badly every single time, but this time I've got a good feeling. It'd be -1 to hit, but that still leaves me to hit on 3s. We hit on a 6, right,
Ooh.
So wounding on 2s. Yes, -3 rend,
No save.
d6 damage. Right, I'm changing the die. 5 damage.
He's dead.
Yes. Huzzah. He's already done his damage, but still he is dead. That is all the shooting that I can do right now. Right, so Shadow Queen first of all is going to attempt to charge. She's going to need quite a high one. That's not a high one. I am going to spend my command point to re-roll that. That's okay, that's no command points. That is disappointing. I'm really buggered for charges. The Heartrenders are going to try and charge in. They also need a big one. They need 10. That is not a 10. So that's charges knackered. So we'll be back when I've piled in for the combat phase. Right, okay, so combat, the only combat that's really going to happen now is I've piled in with the Cauldron of Blood. So we are going to have 4 attacks with the Blade of Khaine first of all. So 3s, re-rolling 1s, 2 hits, 3s to wound, does not wound, that's disappointing. So the Avatar Sword then, 3s and 3s, and 3s, that's -2.
No save.
3 damage each, it is dead.
Yay.
So that's the end of that. There is no battle shock.
There is. I lost 2
you
guys
lost
there.
2 over there, okay.
I'm going to spend a 2 to
Okay,
pass, and
so-
on a 5 up, I gain a 5.
Right. So in terms of victory points, I only have 1 objective, but I do have a battle line on it. So I get 2 points for that. We'll roll in a moment for the next turn, but yeah, this is where I need the double turn, I think. Right, should we do the thing first, the objectives first?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Go on, then you can roll it this time.
4. Middle.
Okay.
Ooh. Hold on. Yeah. Sorry, didn't realize you were going for it.
Right, okay.
6.
So you go first.
Yeah.
That was... I got a 6! And I still don't get the double turn. Okay, so we'll go into your hero phase in a moment.
Yes, I am currently up to 2 command points. I am immediately going to spend 1 command point on Lady of Change ability to give me +1, because that's the only one that I can possibly do. And then the Blue Scribe will attempt to give all the wizards within 18, wholly within, rerolling to cast rolls on a 2-up. No, that's the 2nd time in a row.
Okay.
Okay, he is useless. So let's do the more interesting things now.
Is your Curseling going to go? Oh, wait. No.
Aye. Mutile Vortex Beast into the big squad,
Okay.
rolling d6. That's a 1. They are -1 bravery.
Okay. There you go.
And then the second Mutile. 5. They suffer d6 mortal wounds. 4. 1.
5 to ignore. We ignore.
Alright. That's that done. Then... was it him that had it? The Flux Master will do his special ability to roll 3 dice and
Yeah.
pick the 2 highest,
Okay.
and cast a Bolt of Tzeentch. On a 12, +1, so 13.
Yeah. So lucky for Skaven.
On these guys, they suffer d6 mortal wounds for 4.
The Gracie's head has exploded somewhere. Right. 5. We save 1, so that is 3 dead. I will make a note for now. So that's on that one, isn't it?
And a Chaos Spawn appears.
Oh, right. I hate these Chaos Spawns. I remember now. I am actually going to kill it this time.
And I am up to 2.
It won't impede me next time.
Alright, then that's them 2. Well, that just leaves the Lady of Change, who's going to do a Firestorm of Tzeentch on a 9. That's a 10, which becomes
Right.
11.
Okay, now we'll try and combine that on Marathi. So she needs an 11 because she's +1. No, so that.
No, I was 11, you needed a 12.
Yeah, but she gets +1. So she would have needed to have rolled 11, which would have been a 12.
Yeah. Alright, so
But
that's...
she failed.
So I need to pick a unit, and I really don't like that small unit. So that small unit, and I need to roll 9 dice, and on each 6 they suffer d3 mortal wounds. So that's 3 6s.
3?
Yep,
Go on then.
d3 each. So that's 7 mortal wounds.
Right. I saved 2, so that's another 5 gone on that one.
5 left. And then she is going to do her own spell, which I forgot. Oh, Infernal Gateway, I believe it's called. Yeah, Infernal Gateway on a 7. That's another 11.
Right.
Alright, and I am going to pick. Well, I'm going to pick on that squad again. So I need to roll 9 dice, and on each 3 up, they suffer a mortal wound. That's 4 again.
4, 5 ups. So I only saved 1 of them, so that's another 3, so that's 8. There's only 2 left in the unit there.
And then we can go to these guys casting their spell, which is Gastral Sorcery. I always forget the name of their spell. Yeah, Gastral Sorcery on a 6. Nope, doesn't go off.
Okay.
And then, since it's also hero phase, I will have to shoot with something, which is these guys will shoot into that 2-man squad now.
Okay.
So 9 shots. 9 freeze and freeze. So that's 5 minus nothing, 1 damage.
So 5s followed by 5s then. Saves that. Followed by 5s. They are dead, just.
Yay.
Is that it for hero phase?
Yes, that's
Okay,
hero
I'll
phase.
clear
now.
these up and then we'll go into the movement. So with the movement, the Khineria Acolytes over there have moved towards the Heartrenders. More cowards have moved away from the Shadow Queen. And that's basically it. There's a little shield of Khineria Acolytes there, and some cowards behind them looming over.
Right, shooting phase then. Shooting.
Uh,
Those Khineria Acolytes over there will shoot into the Heartrenders.
Okay.
Hitting on freeze, wounding on freeze. And freeze. So that's 2 minus nothing, 1 damage.
So 6s, no, and then 6s to ignore. Ignores 1. 1 is killed.
And I need to put a dice next to them, because on a 5 up they will take D3 mortal wounds after all of this. Then 6 of these into Morathi and 3 into that Cauldron of Blood.
Okay.
Let us do Cauldron first. Freeze and freeze. So that's 2 minus nothing, 1 damage.
4s. And no, so it's taken another wound.
And then 6 into Marathi. And freeze. So that's 1 minus nothing, 1 damage.
4s. Oh, and 6s to ignore. Does not ignore, so that's another wound gone.
Yep. Then, since I cannot shoot the big squad, the Exalted Flamer will go into the Cauldron, hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s, I believe. You'll have to forgive me, I don't use them a lot. Yeah, 4s and 3s. 1 hit. And freeze, nothing. Alright, that's him done. Quite useless, I would say. Alright, Tzeentch caster, or whatever his name is, will shoot into the Cauldron. 4s and 3s. 1 hit. 1 wound, minus 1, 1 damage.
So 5s. Yes, saved.
Yeah. And then Lady of Tzeentch into that Cauldron. So that's 9 shots. 6, 9. Hitting on freeze. So that's 1 6, which is D3 mortal wounds. And freeze. So that's 3 minus 1, 1 damage.
5s. Saved that. 1 damage, 5s to ignore.
And 1 more, 1 more.
And
one
ignoring
more.
that. Does not ignore that. So that's another 2 wounds taken. So I'm taking 7 now.
And I believe that's all for shooting.
That's shooting. Okay, so
Yeah.
we'll.
I just need to roll for these
Oh,
guys. On a 5 up, they take D3 mortal wounds. No.
Okay. Right, so the only charge was the Khineria Acolytes, who've got 5 on their charge, which was a little more than they needed. So they're into the Heartrenders now. The cowards didn't bother to try and charge anything.
Melee, starting with Khineria Acolytes because they charged. They'll be hitting on 4s, winning on 3s with their melee. 4s and 3s, so that's 3 minus nothing, 1 damage.
So 5s. A 6 means you take a mortal wound back and they save the others.
Alright, on a 6 I ignore that. No, one of them dies.
So you hit yourself in the face.
Oh no.
Right, well, I will go with the Witch Elves next. I'm just going to pile in and then be back in a moment. Right, okay. So the Witch Elves are going to attack the Chaos-Spawn. I haven't actually piled in a load of them. I don't think I need them all. I'm going to look bloody silly if I did. So it's 3s to hit, re-rolling once. Re-roll those ones. So they all hit. I'm doing this in 2 batches of 9. 3s to wound, re-rolling 1s to wound now, battle round. Oh, but I don't get any of those, but I do get some failed wounds. So to begin with, that's 6 wounds, but no AP.
6, 5 up. He's dead.
Okay, that's handy. Right, so then the only other combats to do is the Heartrenders on the Khineria Acolytes, so that will be 5 attacks with the champion in there. But they're not as good in close combat, so it's 4s and 4s, but I will get to reroll 1s to hit. I get 2 hits on 4s, 1 wound minus 1 rend.
On those.
On those.
6, no, and
Just 1
6,
died.
no.
Okay, so 1 more died. And that's it for combat. Battle Shock, I won't care. I don't have Witch Brew, but at the same time I haven't lost enough to care on my Witch Elves.
What leadership are they?
Well, because they've got 20, they're plus. You did -1 leadership on them.
Yeah.
At the very least, without checking if they can use leadership of someone else, they've got Bravery 7, -1 6, +2 is 8, and they lost. Oh, they did lose 3. Technically, on a 6 they could. No.
I could lose on 3 ops, so I'm just gonna spend a 2.
Okay.
And on a 5, I do gain it back. What is it? It's a 1.
Okay. Right. So that's that. In terms of victory points, you still hold that, so you get 2 for that.
Yep.
You get 2 for that, so that's another 4.
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to my hero phase now. I'm going to get a command point. Now there's cunning things to be done here in a specific order. First of all, I'm going to try and do a Witch Brew, which will be done on a 2+ now on the Witch Elves. Right, that goes off. So they're Witch Brewed. She's also going to try and heal herself. She takes a mortal wound instead. Try and shrug it. Doesn't shrug it. Excellent. I'm so glad. And then she's going to try and make her sword do extra damage. No, that just fails though. That's not. I almost didn't want to cast that. Right, so spells. So the Bloodwrack Shrine is going to attempt to cast. I think it's the Withering on the Heartrenders, because then we're going to use a command point to get the Heartrenders to have another go. So this is cast on a 7. It's cast on an 8.
I'm going to try to deny it with the Lady of Change. No.
Right, so they get +1 to wound. I'm not going to do a Marathi spell just yet. I am going to, before I forget, spend that command point. They're going to have their free round of combat. So it will now be hitting on 4s but wounding on 3s. And they can re-roll 1s to hit and re-roll 1s to wound. So 4s to hit.
One more. There is the side. Oh no.
No, that is
one
the,
of them
that's the
died.
extra, yeah. 3s to wound. Only 1 wound minus 1 rend.
Nope. One of them. Oh no, 6 up. No, one of them dies.
Okay. Well, at least that's 1 more dead, because I do need to
that's the
make some gains there, and hope for a double turn again, because otherwise the victory points are going to get away from me quite badly. Right, so on to Marathi's spells now. She is going to cast Black Horror of Ulgu. cast it on whomever I like, but I will cast it on the Lord of Change just to start softening them. Oh, no, I won't. I'll cast it on the Fate Caster just for a laugh. But anyway, first of all, it needs a 7, but from her that's a 6. That's a, not. Right, okay. Bloodwrack Viper. That's not cast either. Mindrazor on the Witch Elves behind her. Do something useful. That is cast on a 12, effectively.
I'll try to deny with the Lady of Change. Nope, that's a double.
Right, so they've got Witch Brew and Mindrazor on them. That will have to do. That is it for the hero phase. Yeah, done. Right, so after the movement, the Witch Elves ran, of course. Shadow Queen moved within 3 inches of the acolytes there. The Cauldron of Blood is limping now, very much bracketed. Morathi Khaine shuffled in a little bit there, maybe to get a charge in if they do. The Bloodwrack Shrine just shuffled over there somewhere. It can't do anything useful at the moment. And that was it for movement because they're stuck in combat. Right, shooting phase. We're going to fire everything at the Beigis Vortex Beast with everything that is in range of it. So let's have a look now. We're going to do the Torrents of Burning Blood. 3s and 3s. That is not good. And 3s. -1 rend, 1 damage.
I believe they have a 4-up save. I don't think they have been targeted yet. Today? Yeah, they have a 4-up, so 5-up. Saved.
Alright, Shadow Queen into the same 1, 2s. Fine. Right, okay. Then the Heartrenders. So they will now be hitting on 3s. But there will be wounding on 2s now. So they hit with all but 1. This is excellent. Wounding on 2s. So 4 wounds -1 rend.
6 ups. Saved 1.
Okay,
and 6 ups. Saved another 1, so 2 die.
Okay, well, that's still not bad. That's okay.
Let's get rid of the Volkark. And this. I actually haven't been rolling for the Volkarks the entire game, haven't I?
Right,
Oh, well.
so that's suited anyway. Right, so charges next. So we know what we're going to do here. I'm going to first of all try and charge with my Cauldron of Blood. Basically it needing a 7. We get it on a 10. I'll put that there. And then we're going to charge in with the Witch Elves as well. They don't need very much at all. 7, so they're no problem. Now that leaves Morathi Khaine. Well, let's see what she can get on her charge. A 3. Well, she could charge into the Kyric Acolytes. And yes, and I'd still be able to get into range of the Vortex Beast. So yes, I will be happy with that. We'll go. Well, I've got no choice in much. I've got no command points. So yes, I'll move those in a moment. So the charges all successfully. And the Cauldron of Blood went in. The Witch Elves went in a way that I could shimmy and still have a battle line choice in range of that objective there for the extra victory point, which I need. Marathi, I mean, she could just dink in there, but she is now in range with her Spear of the Vortex Beast, which actually is poking into him. I haven't done the impact hits on the Cauldron of Blood just yet. I did then, with the channel I'd created, try and get a charge in with Morathi Khaine, but was not to be, wasn't far off. And that's basically it for charges. Right, okay, so start of the combat phase. I'm going to go with my Heartrenders first. So hitting on 4s, but re-rolling 1s. Re-rolling 1s, that's not bad. Okay, that's okay, that's fine. We're okay with that. Now, this is wounding on 3s. Okay. But
Re-rolling 1s.
Oh yes, thank you. Okay, 2 wounds at -1 rend.
I'm going to do them. Oh wait, -1.
Yes.
That's 6s. Nope, and 6s. Nope, 2 die.
Okay. Right, so that is now your pick.
Yes. Do I... They are already dead either way. Do I actually want to go with them though? No. No, I'm going to go with the Mutile Vortex Beast. I'm going to pile in a bit. It is 2-inch range. So, be Tentacled Maw. 3d6 attacks. For 11. 7. 11. 4s and 4s. 4s. And 4s. So that's 3 minus nothing, 1 damage.
Okay, 4 ups. Oh, that's appalling. No, she's still out of range of that, so it is only 6 to ignore. Ignores 1, takes 2 more wounds. She bracketed again.
And then Crushing Claws. 4s and 1s. 4s and 1s, so I'm just going to spend that 2 because I'm not gonna use it on anything else. And that's 3 minus 1 d3 damage.
Oh dear, 5. 2 there. D3 damage then?
5.
Okay.
Maximum of 1 though.
I mean, yeah, you can only do 1 wound to her. You do a wound to her.
Right. Do I gain this Destiny dice back though? No. Unfortunate.
So, okay. Right, the Witch Elves, I'm going to pile them in a moment and then we're going to go with them. Right, so we're going to go with the Witch Elves. I haven't piled a load in. Again, I need to remain within range. Oh, hold on a minute. Let me just check something. I'm actually going to pile that one in a little bit closer because I want to be in 6 inches of that. Oh, yes, okay, so I'm in 6 inches of that one as well. Right.
I'll still have more models there.
I don't care, I'll still get 1 for having something within it. That's still worth 1 victory point now, that little shuffle. Right, so, let me get this right now, because there are many, many buffs on them.
But
they are.
About that shuffle, you couldn't do it because this guy was the closest, so you cannot move even closer to him when you were base to base contact.
I'm still in base contact with him. I'm still closer to him than I was before.
Can you be closer to him when you're base
well,
to base contact?
because I'm still in base to base contact with him.
So you're
I haven't moved further away from him, is the point.
Fair enough.
Doesn't matter that I've moved close to something else as well. I haven't moved further away from him. So it'd be 3s, re-rolling 1s. And then this will be 3s, re-rolling everything. So that is 6 minus 1 rend, 2 damage.
6s. Nope, and then double that. No, they are dead.
Okay, splendid. Right, it's your choice, your pick.
I don't want that guy to move as he's on the verge of controlling that, so that's fine, and I can still make him stick around with a 1, thank God.
I mean, your Exalted Flame is within 3.
Yeah, can I get out of that 3 though? With this, yeah. This will be hilarious if I even hit you once. So, Exalted Flamer, hitting on 5s. I actually hit you once, I am impressed. Wounding on 3s. No, nothing.
Okay. Right, Marathi then. So she gets 6 attacks with her Heartrender now, which is still not bad. Hopefully I'll still kill him. Hitting on 3s. Okay, that's fine. And wounding on 3s. Can reroll that 1. Okay, so that's 4 minus 1 rend, 3 damage each.
Ooh. Does she have anything else after that? I might as well try. So I will use a 5 and then 5s. So that's 2 more saved. So that's 3 damage done so far.
Okay,
But on a 5 up, I gain that. I gain another one. Nope, that's that.
Okay, well, we're still fortunate and escaped a Heartrender. Crown of Serpents, 2d6 shots. So that's 7. This is the weak one, so 3s and 3s. They will hit though, having said that. 3s. So that's 6, no rend though, 1 damage each.
4 ups. Saved all but 1. So he's down.
This is outrageous.
4.
This is absolutely outrageous. Right, how many wounds have you got left?
8.
I can't even kill him. Right, Envenom Tail, 3 and 3s. -2 rend.
6 up. Nope.
4 damage.
So for 8 so far, I will use a D12. 8 damage.
That was spectacularly disappointing. But, as we'd already determined that I won't be able to do anything with the Cauldron of Blood, it's just your Acolyte to go back then.
I don't think I can even attack with him.
Yeah, you're really
Oh wait, no I can. Alright, that's 1 attack. Force. No.
Okay, that's that nonsense over with. Right, so for Battle Shock, you're going to
1.
basically, yeah.
On a
let's
5
go
up,
him.
I gained it back.
Yes.
What is it now? It's a 1.
It's a 1. Okay. So, at the end of that, in terms of victory points, so I am not in close range there. I am within that, so I get 3 for that, plus 1 because I've got a battle line within 1 of that. So I just get 4 for that. And then well, should we roll to see which is the objective?
Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4,
okay.
5, 6. 1, 2.
Right.
We're fighting for
Annoying.
that again.
Right, okay, so.
4.
Okay, well, you're getting to go first. So, Hero Phase, you're getting a command point back.
Yes, I am on 2. I am immediately going to spend it to give Lady of Change her aura of +1 to cast and deny.
Yeah.
And then, start of the hero phase, we're going to go with the funniest thing ever. That one, Kyric Acolyte is going to shoot in the hero phase, hitting on a 3. He hits, wounding on a 3. He doesn't wound. Well, that was useless. The Mutilated Vortex Beast is going to heal itself for D3 for 1. At least it takes it from the second lowest profile. And then both of them are going to target that one Witch Elf unit.
Okay.
So this one, that's a 2. I need the Mutilated Vortex Beast scroll. Trog Brains. You're -1 from rune rolls.
Okay.
That's useless.
I can.
And second one, 3. -1 from move.
Okay, I will live with that.
Alright. That's them 2 done. Alright. Blue Scribes, don't fail me this time. On a 2 up. Yes. So I can reroll my cast and... Well, I can reroll my cast rolls. I don't know if it's also deny. I think it might be. But I will just check that when it's actually important. The change
my wizards deny themselves anyway, so they're doing it all game.
Alright. Change caster is going to cast a Bolt of Tzeentch on a 7,
right.
re-rolling with +1. That's an 11.
This does again.
D6 mort wounds, and if I kill something, I get the spawn.
Gonna have to wear it because, you know, very little chance of denying it.
On these guys,
Yeah,
that's 6 mort wounds.
of course it is. Let's see now. So that's 4 dead. We'll just make a note for now.
And I'll add the
it will not
cast
be the
one
one.
later. Lady of Change is going to attempt to cast Firestorm of Tzeentch on a 9, re-rolling. That's a 12, which becomes 13.
Yeah, so.
I am going to do that on these guys. So that's 9 dice, each 6 up is D3 mort wounds. That's 2 D3 mort wounds.
Okay.
2 D3, 4, 3.
Ignore 1, so that's another 2. So
Yep.
6 of them dead so far.
And then her inbuilt spell on a 7. Re-rolling, but I will re-roll that. No, that's a 7, so it barely goes in. Okay, do you want to deny?
What does this do again?
I roll 9 dice on 6.
Okay.
No, on 3 up you
Yeah.
take mortal.
How many spells have you got left to cast?
Nothing. That's my
Oh,
last.
so it's the only one I'm going to attempt to unbind then. We fail.
Alright. So, I will go against... I really want to go against Morathi, but I don't think that's going to be a wise choice. I'm going... Actually, no. How many is left in that squad now?
So there were 3 gone. There's 21 left.
Yeah, I don't want to touch them then. I have an important plan for them. So I'm going to go into this
Okay. Cauldron.
Cauldron on freeze. So you take 8 mortal wounds.
Okay, this is bad. Let's have a look now. Oh, okay, that's not actually as bad as I feared. So it takes 3 mortal wounds. It is still alive.
How many does it have left now?
I think it has 2 left. Yes, it does.
That's all my hero phase.
Right, so we're back after the movement phase then.
Yes. Shooting then.
Okie dokie.
Alright, shooting phase. Let us go with the funniest one. The Exalted Flamer is going to shoot into the Witch Elves, hitting on 2, swooning on 3s. Hits all 6 times. 3s. That is 4 minus 1d3 damage.
4 minus 1, so 6s. We save 1, so that's 3d3 damage.
Yep, I just need... I'll do that afterwards. So 3d3. That is 5 wounds.
Now, actually, I've just got an inkling. Right. I don't get to do 5s on those anymore. So I say, well, so that's 4 more dead. So that's, I'll make a little note, they're being whittled down. 4 dead.
Yes.
Okay.
I will check something afterwards, but yep. Alright, that little guy over there is going to shoot into the big cauldron. Hits twice. 3s. 1 minus 1, 1 damage.
5s. No. And oh, does save it though.
Oh.
So we're okay.
Right, that's good. Then Lady of Change is going to shoot at it as well.
Yeah.
That's 10 shots. Alright. 3s and 3s. 3s. So that's 2d3 mortal wounds.
Oh.
And 3s.
Okay, she's dead.
No, and the 2d3 mortal wounds. That's 5 mortal wounds.
Dead. Does it explode? Oh no. Okay, so that's dead. We'll remove that.
I was hoping it would explode.
Exploding blood.
I think that's... Oh no, he is going to shoot. 3s. And 3s. 1 minus nothing, 1 damage.
You take a more... Oh no, that's only for melee, so you're alright. But I do save it.
That's shooting phase done then. I'm on 7, so that brings me back to at least being able to do something. Alright, let us start with the Mutilated Vortex Beast then, shall we?
Okay.
So, Crushing Claws, hitting on 4s. So that's 2 hits, wounding on 3s. That's 1 minus 1d3 damage.
Saved.
Alright, and then the B-Tentacled Maw, d6 attacks for 6. That's good. Hitting on 4s, wounding on 4s. Alright, and 4s. That's 1 minus nothing, 1 damage.
We're fine.
Alright.
Is that him?
Yeah.
Yes, this was the downside. Right. I'm going to go with my Witch Elves, so I'm going to be back in a moment because piling in is going to be tricky. Okay, so we're going to go with the Witch Elves now. This is complicated. So I'm going to go with, the split is 4 against the Exalted Flamer, 1 against the Lady of Change, 2 against that guy.
The Herald.
1 against the Chaos Spawn there. So I'm going to start off with it's 3 attacks each, but 1 from the champion. Unfortunately, the champion is on the Exalted Flamer. So 3 attacks on the Lady of Change. So hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. 1 hit, wounding on 3s, 1 wound, -1 rend.
5 up on a Lady of Change, right?
Yeah.
5 up. Nope.
Okay, so that's just 1 damage. Then we're going to have...
Can I use something different? Just so that it's more visible.
6 attacks on the Herald. Rerolling ones. These to wound. Rerolling one. Oh, rerolling everything, sorry. Which I forgot about that. So that is 5 at -1 rend.
6s. He takes all, so he's down to 1.
Okay.
So I'll use the other dice then.
On the spawn, roll hit, reroll, reroll everything. 2 wounds, -1 rend.
2 6s. Nope, he takes 2.
2, and then that will be, it was 4 on that, so that'll be 13 attacks on the flamer. Oh, that's just what I have. So hopefully something will die. Oops. Pain in the neck. Right, reroll the ones. Okay, he may not die. Right, this is not good. Right, this is
He's
appalling.
alive.
He's actually going to live. -1 rend on those 3 anyway.
6s. No, and then on 5s you take mortal wounds. Yeah, you take 2 mortal wounds.
Why do I take 2 mortal
Torch
wounds?
by fire. Roll a dice each time you allocate a wound or mortal wound to this model that was with the
I
melee
take a
weapon.
mortal wound. Right, I'll sort that out later.
And somehow he's alive on 1 wound.
Actually, I'll just take it off.
Yeah.
That's the easiest.
My turn to go?
Yeah, your pick now.
Alright, let's just go with the last Kyric Acolyte. Freeze. No, 4s and 3s. Freeze. No. Nada.
Right. Okay, so it will have to be Marathi now on. Yeah, the Mutilith Vortex. This is going to be overkill. 1 moment. If I pile in 3 inches this way, I'll split my attacks. Yeah. Right, so Marathi's piled in to try and split some attacks. Now, right, let's have a look at the situation. She has got 6 attacks with her Heartrender. So how many wounds does that mean? So he's has 7 left, doesn't he? The one I damaged.
No, 5. This guy has 5 left and
Right.
this guy has 12.
Okay. So, Right, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to allocate 3 each of the Heartrender to each Mutilith Vortex Beast. I'm going to also allocate the Envenomed Tail onto the healthy Mutilith Vortex Beast, and the 2d6 Crown of Serpents onto the one that's not that healthy, but just to try and make sure of it. So, 3 Heartrenders first of all. No, hold on. I'm not sure I can do that. Splitting up with 1 weapon. I don't even know. I'm not even going to check it. Right, okay, we'll do it this way. All the Heartrenders onto the healthy one, and the Envenomed Tail, the other things on the other. So 2d6 Crown of Serpents, 11. Actually, that helps a lot. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And this is 3s and 3s. Rerolling 1s. And 3s. Rerolling 1s. So that would be 7, no rend.
On the health.
On the, no, the damaged one.
4 ups. He's dead.
Okay.
No. No, he's alive with 1.
Right.
Sorry.
Okay.
He takes 4.
So it comes down to the Envenomed
11.
Tail then. Watch this one foul up. It does not immediately. Okay, it wounds at -2 rend.
On a 6. No.
Okay, it takes 4 wounds.
Yeah.
Okay. Dead. Right, and then Heartrender on the healthy one. 3s. They all hit. 3s. Rerolled 1s. They all wound, and this is, sorry, -1 rend, 3 damage each.
5. I saved 2.
So it's 12 wounds dead. Okay, that's how you do it, Marathi. Well done. Congratulations. That's her done.
Alright, I think everything here still has to go. So let's go with the Lady of Change.
Okay.
Staff of Tzeentch. 4 attacks hitting on 3s.
Who attacked the Witch Elves before?
Actually, yeah, who did it? No one attacked the witch.
They died. Someone died.
Yeah, because you attacked.
Oh yeah, I hit myself in the face. That's right.
Wounding on once, so that's 2 wounds minus nothing, 2 damage.
So the blood shield is gone, so 6s. Now 2 damage.
Yep.
That's another 4 dead. So 4 more need to be removed.
Alright, your turn to pick.
Oh, and I'm going to have to remove these. I'll just have to remove them from around here. Nothing for it. That's where the action is. Well, I have only now got the these guys. So this time we are going to make sure we can move in range of that for next time. I mean, I am going to kill him, so it won't matter. But it would be nice anyway. Right, so the Heartrenders have piled in. Melee, so 4s to hit. That's not bad. 3 hits, and then it's going to be 3s to wound. Rerolling 1s. Okay, 3 wounds. Now I've forgotten if this has rends. I think it does.
You're saying -1 all the time.
Yeah, so it is -1 rend indeed.
6s and 6s. He is dead. Okay. Unfortunate. By 1 wound. Oh god. Yeah.
So it's your demony things to attack.
Yeah, everything else.
I've attacked with all of my stuff.
Right. Flux Master, Staff of Change, 4s and 3s. Alright. I'm just going to hit. And I'm just going to wound.
Okay.
-1 d3 damage.
D3 damage? I will get no save against that.
2.
Okay,
wow.
Saved him.
Okay, and Teeth and Horns. D3 for 1. 4s. No. Right. Do I gain these back on a 5 up? Nope.
Okay, down to 1 die left.
Right, Exalted Flamer.
Who is inexplicably still alive.
Yeah. He's going to go against Marathi. He has a 2-inch reach.
Okay.
5s and 3s. Nothing. Yeah.
Combat?
The Chaos Spawn can't pile in.
He's now out of range. I can't fail Battle Shot because of Witch Brew. Right, so we've just measured up. We've both got 3 models in range, so you get 2 victory points for that.
That should be on 5. He's nearly dead.
You haven't captured that one, even though you're in range of it.
Yep.
So same deal there. Don't now have that one over there, so that's just 2 victory points.
Yep.
For battle round 4 there. Right, so into my hero phase, just had a little look at it. Realistically, it's not mathematically impossible for Tzeentch to win, but realistically it is. But I'll get a command point. I mean, do I even use that command? So the Cauldron of Blood's gone, so there's nothing to be done there. There's no Witch Brew, there's no prayers. Casting. I'm mean, what can Marathi cast at the... I mean, I could do the spawn. Or that thing over there, the coward. So we'll try and cast Black Horror Ulgu on the coward. I get it on just on a 7.
I will try to deny it with the Lady of Change. Nope.
Okay, so now what I'll need to do is roll a 3. I think that might do D3 mortal wounds.
Yeah.
Okay, it does. So D3 mortal wounds does 3 mortal wounds.
Yep.
Oh, is that how many has it got left?
I don't know. That's why I marked him off. I'll have to check. 1 second. Blue Scribes. He has 2 left.
Right. I'm going to cast Mindrazor on myself because it's the only thing that's realistically going to charge anything that can survive. So Marathi's going to cast Mindrazor on herself. No, she's not. Mindrazor, Black Horror gone. There's no value in casting. I haven't actually got off either my Quicksilver Swords. So we'll cast the Quicksilver Swords.
Ooh.
On a 6. On a 8.
Lady of Change. Nope. That's a 7.
Right, okay, so I'm going to put that down. Right, so the Quicksilver Swords now is behind the look. I'm going to choose the Lady of Change. So it's 12 dice. Because Chaos, each 5 up is a mortal wound. So that would be 1. That's only 3. That's not bad. So that's Morathi gone. So the Bloodwrack Shrine will cast Enfeebling Foe on the Witch Elves to give them +1 to wound. They'd have +2 to wound then, wouldn't they? No, she's not. Never mind that. Now, do I have a sneaky round of combat? I think I will have a sneaky round of combat. So I'll spend my command point there. And I'm going to just pile in the Witch Elves. Right, so the Witch Elves are piled in a little bit. It's going to be 3 attacking the Lady of Change and 4 on the Exalted Flamer. So on the Lady of Change, 3s, 3 rolling 1s. Okay. And it'll actually, let me just double check this to make sure. When I said Enfeebling Foe, what I actually meant was, oh, I failed to cast that. Yeah. That's irrelevant. So it'll be 3s to wound. Rerolling 1s. But they still wound. They don't need the Witch Brew. And because they got Mindrazor, did they? No, I did Mindrazor on Marathi. So that's 7. No rend.
Wait, didn't you reroll a 2?
No.
Right, 7.
Yeah, but no rend.
Force. That takes 2.
Okay. And then on the Exalted Flamer, which must now die. But they don't have anything on them now, so that is, it still should be plenty. That's 9. No
I'm just
rend.
going to use this 1 to fail 1, and then 4 and 4, just in case I might fish for 1 more. So 1 failed and 1 success. So on 5s you take mortal wounds. You take 1, 2 mortal wounds. No, 3 mortal wounds. Sorry. Yep.
I do indeed take 3 mortal wounds, so I'll just put that there.
Do I gain this back? No. So that's all my dice.
Alright, so I'll remove those 3. So after the movement phase, the Heartrender's not really be able to do anything else, just circled around that objective. I've decided there's a bonfire there. The Bloodwrack Shrine has just moved a little bit closer to the Chaos Spawn. Marathi's moved around to be able to charge the Lady of Change. Morathi Khaine has also moved upwards as well to try and get a charge in. And we'll just see how this goes. The Heartrenders can shoot nothing. The Bloodwrack Shrine, basically on a 5 up he takes a mortal wound. He does not. Marathi is, or Shadow Queen rather, is going to shoot at the coward behind her. Yes, wound. Yes, minus something horrible. Minus 3 rend.
Yeah, no save.
D6. Only one. Okay. That's how it's going to be, is it? There is no more shooting. So we're just going to go into charges. Morathi Khaine, just to be clear, because they're both going to have a charge. He's going to try and charge. She gets a 10, so she's getting a charge in. The Shadow Queen, 4, has a choice of targets. Well, we've got to have a clash, haven't we, of the Titans, so she's going to go in there. That would be cruel not to. And then the Bloodwrack Shrine just about gets in as well, so I'll move the rest of them. So in terms of charges, I mean everything moved in, so it's just combats left now. Right, into the combat phase, we'll start off with the impact hits. So on a 2-up, D3 mortal wounds. So D3 mortal wounds on the cast spawn. It is dead.
Yay!
And I'm going to go with Marathi first.
Which one?
The Shadow, yes, the Shadow Queen first on the Lady of Change. So let us see now. So we're still okay for having 6 attacks with Heartrender. I mean, it'll all go into her. So we'll do Heartrender first. 3s. Re-roll the 1. And 3s. Re-roll the 1. That's only 2, but that's okay. Minus 1 rend.
5s. Saved 1, failed 1.
3 damage on that.
Yep.
What's she on? What's she got left?
5.
Oh, okay. And Venom Tail. Crown of Serpents. 2d6. That's 7. Okay, could have been better, but still, that's average. 3s and 3s. Reroll 1. No. 3s. Reroll 1. So that's 4 wounds at no rend.
4s. Saved 1. So
Okay,
that's
3 more.
12.
So the Envenom Tail has to do the work. No, I think that misses. Let me just check. Yeah, that's a miss. So that's Shadow Queen gone. That's disappointing.
I might as well just go with the Lady of Change. She's gonna die either way, so she's going to go into... let's go with against the Witch Elves. Might as well try. So 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. Yeah, 3s. So that's all hit. Wounding on 12. 4s. So that's 1 minus nothing, 2 damage.
6. 2 damage, so 6 is to ignore. Ignore 1, so that's 1 dead. Okay.
Wait, did we not do Battle Shock for them last turn?
Last turn they didn't need it, they had Witch Brew on them still. This turn they don't, because this is now my turn and the Witch Brew is favored.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So, right, so that's all her attacks, is it?
Yes.
Right, so Morathi Khaine will now have a stab in at the Herald. I know, this is where I now can't remember if I even got off my Mind Razor. I've forgotten. So we'll assume not, because I can't remember. 3 attacks, hitting on 3s, reroll the 1. Wounding on 3s. That's 2 minus 1 rend.
6s, I think. Yeah, 2 failed.
Okay, D3 damage.
He's dead.
So, okay. I think it's just the Witch Elves now, so I'll just pile them in and then finish her off. Right, the Witch Elves, who I don't think have anything on them, so it's just normal buffs being their heroes. So 3s, re-rolling 1s. Let's get rid of the 2s first, because this is getting a bit crowded. Okay, and then 3s to wound. Reroll that. Okay, that is many. 6, 9, 12 at no rend.
12. 4 ops.
Okay.
She is dead.
Yes, okay. Right. Well, at that point, I actually could have a battle shock to take on the Witch Elves.
No.
Well, I mean, they may have lost some, but at the same time, at this point, I would get 3 for this one. That's the main objective. For 5. Now, what that would do, I think. So I'd be on 15. You're on 15.
Yep.
So going into the next battle round, even if you got to go first, you have a thing left. You could do, but I mean,
4.
right. So there's still no double turn. You would have a thing. The best you could do is somehow.
Take
No,
this
actually, you can't even
objective.
kill Marathi, so you can't even take that objective.
I
back
technically could, but that would be extremely
How
unlikely.
would go on? How would that work? Let's have a little.
I could get a bolt of change off on a 2-0,
Yeah.
which would kill some of them. If I roll well enough, that would also give me a Chaos Spawn, which I could put within 3 of them, and then
Right.
I would have 12 points to summon an Exalted Flamer to shoot
Right.
something.
I see. Even then, that would get
Yeah.
you 2 victory points.
Yeah.
If I did nothing else in my last turn, I'd still have some Witch Elves left.
Yep.
So I would be guaranteed 3 victory points.
Yep.
And because Marathi can't die, realistically, in my next turn, I would kill some things as well and almost certainly take this one back anyway. So yeah, at that point, it's mathematically not possible. It's actually a bit of a... Do you want to try it?
Yeah, I think I might have a little bit of a go.
Go on then. Let's just try it.
But we still need to roll. If you get a turn 1. Oh wait,
No, we already
roll.
rolled for that, so we've determined
Aye.
that you do go next. So you get a command
Hero.
point.
Yeah, I get a command point. No, you need to spend it. On a 2, well, it's up to a 2-up roll. Bolt of change.
So you get a 1. Okay.
Yeah, I'm losing.
Yeah.
It was up to that.
Right.
They have just not been good this game at all. They have rolled a 1. What is it?
3 times now.
Yeah.
That's 3 times, yeah.
3 times
Out of
in
5.
5. That's
Yeah.
just.
Yeah.
That's not good at
No.
all.
No. I mean, I actually thought with the double turn that would be
Yeah.
really tough because, you know, Tzeentch, it does most of its damage in the hero phase, realistically. Well, it can do some in the shooting. But,
It's really Morathi. It's really Morathi just all in its
well,
glory.
I think what you
that
have
has
to
been
do,
putting
you
it
have
down.
to prioritise doing 3 wounds to her every turn.
I've been
Even if
trying.
sometimes it's inefficient.
I've been trying to do that, but it's just.
Well, I think there
Sometimes
were
not
some
even able
times
to.
when you attack, you know, you did the spells at, say,
Yeah.
Witch Elves because thinking they're a big threat. Sometimes, I mean, with Marathi, she's guaranteed 2 whole battle rounds
Yeah.
because it takes a minimum of 4 turns to kill her. But yeah, it's
Technically 2 if you can melee her in her own face as well.
no, that's what I mean. 2 whole battle rounds, that's 4
Yeah.
turns. And even then, so if you make the Daughters of Khaine go first, which I did,
Yeah.
realistically you're talking into the battle round 3 before she can die, which gives her a certain license. Because in terms of bracketing as well, okay, it
Yeah.
stunts her movement, but just the movement's still good. It removes some attacks from her Heartrender, but it's not like with some things when they get bracketed they lose a lot and they can become virtually toothless. She never becomes toothless,
Yeah.
even on 1 wound.
Well, that's like the lady of change. After she gets bracketed, she's really not doing much. But I do have to say the best MVP of this game was the Curseling.
Yes,
Save my ass.
I remember. I haven't played against Tzeentch for a long time, but I remember I hated him. I knew there was a reason I hated him. Unfortunately, hating him is what actually did quite a lot of damage to myself. Whereas I'd been better off directing attention elsewhere. But you know, in the end, I mean, it's there we go.
So there we go. It was quite narrow in the end, although, yes, in the final battle round, it was sort of fairly certain then. And going that way, I mean, ultimately, that is the way it works with an objective-based game like Age of Sigmar, because The Shadow Queen was effectively corralling the disciples of Tzeentch to one side of the board, which probably shouldn't have happened. I think Star should have actually gone at the Shadow Queen with his mutilate Vortex Beasts. He had 2 of them. At the end of the day, it's not like they did anything in the game anyway. One of them did actually do a decent amount of mortal wounds, but I don't think it was anything that was instrumental. I think he should have just gone for her, made sure that you take 3 wounds off her. More turns could have killed her more quickly, certainly slowed her down. But it is what it is. I mean, the problem is, of course, if you sort of largely abandon. The central objective was effectively abandoned. He'd held on to the objective on my right. The one on the left, he held for a bit, but inevitably the Heartrenders were going to take that at some point. It's what it was, but it was very close. And it was absolutely crucial in the end that with my Doomfire Warlocks always a funny thing. I shouldn't really take them because they never do any real good. Now, in this particular game, they couldn't. I basically threw them up, so I threw them away. I just like them. But, I got 2 victory points for doing that. Had I taken a unit of Sisters of Slaughter for the same points, they could have still done the same job. They may have lasted longer. They probably wouldn't have done against the Tzeentch Enlightened. So that was what that was. It was worth the 2 victory points for my mind, because in the end that was important. But there it was as well. The other thing I would say about examples of Tzeentch, especially when I got the double turn, I was fearing it. Very, very strong magic phase. Might be a little bit different in 3rd edition if they get any miscast. But I suppose with Tzeentch that's much less likely to happen. You can actually legislate against blowing your own head off as a Tzeentch player. So it's probably not as bad for them. Be more worrying for me as Daughters of Khaine if I have a lot of magic. Yeah, I think needed more shooting. I was surprised I didn't come across Flamers. There was an Exalted Flamer summoned, but not really lots of flame. I've played against Stein with his Disciples of Tzeentch in the past, and I've not got on with Flamers at all. I think a stronger shooting phase to go alongside the strong hero phase would have made the difference as well. The Vortex Beast just didn't do anything, really. I think maybe you take one and take some Flamers or something like that. But there it is. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Hope you found the video interesting. If you did, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you later.